So here we go, yet another page in this long rivalry that has existed between two grand teams. One that looks as though it will continue no matter what else happens, no matter what the hand of fate deals both of these parties. It has the look of a glitzy, grandiose occasion. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Familiar feeling this for you, Jim?
Well, it's certainly going to be huge, Peter. The demands, both physical and mental, on these players out there will be massive, and there's going to be a big responsibility on both captains to keep the players in check. We need talkers to ensure that everyone plays the game, and not this occasion.
So we're up and running. With so many teams now playing just one up front, Jim, it's easy to forget, isn't it, that strike partnerships used to be the norm?
Absolutely, Peter, but partnerships have proven themselves to be very productive over the years. They carry more might.
And we've had some legendary ones, haven't we?
Yeah, and how it usually works is that you've got one target man with the other striker playing off him and just looking to add another little bit of devilment.
And it's Snyder. Snyder will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And that is a little undercooked. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Now it's Roberto Baggio. And this is... It's Neymar! And he has kept it out somehow.
Yeah, I thought the keeper did well to retrieve that. They work all week on that sort of situation, and he reacted very well then.
Gerrard.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Opts for safety. Beckenbauer. Now it's Bernardo Silva. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is Roberto Baggio! Just not quite happening for him just now.
They're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
But it has been just one side doing all of the early probing.
Yeah, whether they've been allowed to set the standards or not, they're setting them, and a goal has to follow. Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Neither side yet able to find the net. Tries to pass it through. Great ball, and he's in here. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And they can counter here. He's picked his way through. Good running, strong and purposeful. So nearly the perfect ball.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Pepe. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Jose Gaya spots it and intercepts. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a setup like this.
He gets big! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Neymar clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Gerrard conjures time and space where few can. Now it's Roberto Baggio. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. 30 minutes gone. And this is Neymar. Now it's Neymar. Gerrard.
He could do it.
And it's Almeida. Gerrard. And Mateus. And here's Baggio. Neymar. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Hugo Duro. Now it's Rioja. Now it's Duro. Played out to the right. Rioja is flagged offside. The goal here would be the ultimate pick-me-up just before the break. Now it's Neymar. Now it's Sneijder. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And this is Roberto Baggio. It's Baggio! It's there! First blood drawn. Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
Madrid have fired themselves in front.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
There's a sharp little ball here. That is lovely. He's got plenty of space out wide here. He's got four. Oh, should really have made more of that.
Yeah, that was really sharp. That kind of delivery can play havoc with defences.
Rioja. And it's made its way to him. And it's Rioja. Strong running down that left flank.
Habrá un minuto de
And here's
descanso.
Gerrard. Hugo Duro. And it's Rioja. And it's half-time here. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
Yeah, on the face of it, it looks a fair reflection of what we've all seen, Peter. Some incisive play one side, battling qualities on the other. This game is there to be won, and a minor tweak maybe all it needs to change it.
Madrid go in at half-time with a slender one-goal lead. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open.
There's the shot! He's scored! And there's the goal they've been looking for. He made it happen. Squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
Madrid are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
Beckenbauer looking to get on the end of this. He's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. That is good alertness. Nicely weighted ball. And that's another good win of the ball. Caceres. Gerrard.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know. Tarega.
That dugout has had some relief at least, but now the harder work starts. They've got to push for more.
Nicely spread. Now it's Rioja. He's got away. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. no chances there. Now it's Roberto Baggio. Rioja. And the pass is intercepted. Gerrard. And the counter is on. Hugo Duro has it in a wide position. That's good play. It's loose and there's a race for the ball. And he's managed to get free. Spread it left. Neymar. Neymar goes on a charge down the left. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Pepelu. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Threads and a chance! Relentless! Just relentless! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. He knows it's taken a big and very kind deflection, but he is claiming it nonetheless.
El dorsal 11. Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores.
The first time in the game here.
Yeah, I think he's been told to play that role of the tactical pivot, spraying the ball about sometimes, driving it forward from the middle of the park.
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Roberto Baggio under intense pressure.
Yeah, it very much looks like this defence has learned from its errors now.
Out to the right. Thierry Correa. And he cuts out the supply. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Now that's a fine challenge. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
Oh, what a climb! He's got a goal! Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He's got a strong forehead behind that one.
El dorsal 15. Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 9 será sustituido por el dorsal 39. Cambio de jugadores.
Time then for the first substitution of the game. So, just a consolation, or is there a way back from here? Oh, it's Van Basten. Looking for the run. And let's make sure that's not getting through. Agarethobala is there to clear. Oh, it's Raul.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Hazard. He's in a great position here. Now this could be a chance. He might be in. Chance! It's in! You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I didn't think he had a wonderful view of it.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 11
There's going to be another change
será
here.
I
reemplazado
think you have to
por
admire
el
his
dorsal
willingness to keep
16.
plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
It's starting to look like a done deal now. Thierry Correa. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. And it's Pepelu. Knocks it into space. Good read, needed to be. Kukcu. Getting too much time on the ball here, that is good pressing. Hazard. Just 5 minutes left. Can he latch on to this? Very nicely done. Oh, that's fabulous. Now it's Almeida. There's the man who is effectively the team's security policy.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Out towards the
Habrá
flank.
5 minutos de descuento.
Now it's Raul. Oh, nice touch. And that's aimed into the middle.
Well, they were never going to allow him to receive that. Such close attention.
Well, now here's a good battle. Bice takes a shot. Well, now it's a race for... Oh, he's been caught on it here. Oh, important interception. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Madrid pretty much in utopia, imposing themselves in the manner they wanted right from the start. A show all about one side's remorselessness, ruthlessness, relentlessness. So there it is. What struck you most about that?
That is a superb win. This is one of those games where the result justifies whatever means. Just look at the players celebrating with the fans, everyone pumped. Takes me back.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening, and the promise
Signore e
of a
signori,
match that will
benvenuti allo
really get
Stadio
the juices
Olimpico.
flowing.
Oggi si incontrano
My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game. It's Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
There's a great sense of excitement emanating from this great stadium in the north of Rome. It is intriguing, charming, truly exciting. It is time for them to cross swords again.
ecco la formazione. Il
Madrid
numero 22.
have chosen to go 4-3-3.
Cáceres.
Jim, how do you
Il
see
numero
it?
8.
Yes, and the importance of
Gerrard.
this formation is not to allow the midfield three and the attacking
Schneider.
three to become too detached
numero
from one
18.
another. If that
Neymar.
happens, then pressure can quickly be applied via the counter-attack, and you can be exposed defensively. So compactness can't be compromised, and you need talkers in this team. You need leaders and people that are willing to organise things very quickly.
So we're up and running. And they can counter here. Pinches it off him. Schneider going face to face with his great rival. He's found a way through. That's been intercepted.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Pass somewhat off target. Can he get on the end of this? Chance for a shot! Well, that is commitment to the cause. Madrid with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. That's a decent clearance. And now a sudden chance to counter. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Adams did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Vencedor. Tries to play it through. Threads one in.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Oh, well played. He's taken that really cleanly. Neither side yet able to find the net. Gerrard. Bernardo Silva. Vencedor. Looking for the run. Can he latch on to this? Beckenbauer cuts out the pass. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Tries to pass it through.
Well, they keep pressing like that as long as they can.
Drilled in low. He's tried one! Oh, that is rather wayward.
It wasn't the best strike, to be honest, Peter. The pass might have been a better option there.
Adams. That's Cáceres. And it's Neymar. Neymar will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Can he get onto this? Cáceres stood his ground strongly. Hangs one in. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. 15 minutes till half-time. Looking for options for movement. He's in a great position here. Great ball, and he's in, and he shoots! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Now it's Bernardo Silva. Mateus. Played out to the right. Vencedor. He is through here. Nicely shaped ball. And he's picked out the run. He's onside. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
Bagz gets flagged offside. That has not gone well. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Caceres in acres of space out wide. You can run onto that. Pass is just off target. Mateus. Beckenbauer. And the whistle goes for half-time. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. An engrossing half, but we're still where we started, 0-0. Hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Very nicely done. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Lovely feet. And he's had it nicked away. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Well, they're certainly pressing with purpose here. He could be in here. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. He's looking wide.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Adams. And he's managed to get free. Still absolutely nothing to report here, goals-wise. Oh, he's played it in, look, and the shot! It's in! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So the first goal of the game.
And talk about the perfect time to score. The manager's giving nothing away, but he'll be thrilled inside.
The ball has bounced loose now. Some resolute defending there.
L'affluenza di quest'oggi è di
He's being given
80.607
no time
spettatori.
to think on the ball now.
Well, he's the quarterback.
It's John! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading
Cambio
it
di
and
giocatori.
dealing with it.
Corner number 2 then. Neymar with the short one. Oh, such a clever touch. And this is Snyder.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And they've got a throw. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Schneider, and he was quick to react. Chance here to counter. Your impression so far, Jim?
Yeah, time's running out for the host to get something out of this. You can sense the frustration and impatience.
And it's Gerrard. And here's Bashir. Roberto Baggio! It's a goal! They're level in a trice!
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
Ha segnato al 69esimo minuto numero 11.
Been dispatched. There is no reaching that.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Madrid grab the equaliser, and we're all square.
Both teams having to rewrite their plans and start from scratch here. Plenty of food for thought for both managers.
That pass isn't the best. Koeman makes the interception. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he's really put himself on the line here.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 18.
Madrid have their third corner.
Neymar. Numero 7. Schneider. Numero 11. Numero
Koeman
23.
goes short.
Numero 8. Gerrard. Lasciano il campo
And he's heaved it
il
away.
numero 20. Hazard. Il numero
That'll be a
4.
throw.
Il numero 14. Il numero 17. Il
Bumps
numero
him off it and
19.
wins back the ball.
Attenzione, un cambio.
Nicely weighted ball. It's a really well-measured ball. And he has been fouled there. And he has shown him a yellow card.
Attenzione, una sostituzione.
Mateus gets a foot in here.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end there.
Oh, shooting chance! It's hit the upright.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Mateus cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Oh, that's fabulous. Thinks about the shot. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Could move up a gear here. Looking to play him in. Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Batistuta deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him. Well, in my opinion, set pieces are 50-50 moments, and this is a rather big one, and it all depends on the service.
They've played it short. Mateus is onto this. And he thumps it clear. Beckenbauer. And here's Raul. Olasagasti.
think we might be done
Il
here,
quarto
Peter. I
uomo
don't see
indica
there being
4
enough
minuti
time
di
for them
recupero.
to try again.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Oh, that's well spotted. Beckenbauer. Rijkaard. So, what can they make of this? That has been cut short. And the pass is intercepted. Decent chance! So that's it. It is all over. So it does end all square. Inspiration, perspiration, both on show in equal measure. Just not enough on either side to find a winner. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Yeah, this looked the most likely outcome, but we've had a good variety in this game, despite it being anticlimactic.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all.
Ringraziamo tutti I tifosi per il loro appassionato sostegno.
And so the calm before the storm. A game this so engraved into sporting history. These two teams have squared up so many times before. It is a rivalry whose significance has never been diluted and never ever will be. All stemming from that simple dread at the very idea of losing each to the other. Everyone here is obliged to win. There's the shot! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
Bernardo Silva deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Well, plenty argue, Jim, that Lothar Matthäus is the complete footballer. Do you think so?
Yeah, he's a goal-scoring number 10 and a sweeper all in one. That's a pretty unique skill set. His career is all about leadership, glory and superb character.
Not a few goals, actually.
Yeah, of course.
That'll be a throw-in. Koke. Threads one in. And this is Roberto Baggio. They're back in possession and chance! It's in! A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too.
En el minuto
Made things
9,
quite uncomfortable.
el dorsal 23.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
Well, the roof's just about stayed on, but the crowd level has gone up a notch or 10.
Barrios. Simeone. Madrid leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. Matthäus cuts it out, and it's Gerrard. Koke. Now it's Simeone. Oh, that's fabulous. Now it's Neymar. Simeone does really well to win the ball there. Now it's Alvarez. Ball's played through. He's in plenty of space here. Pablo Barrios receives a big header.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter.
With deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch,
En el
and they're
minuto
dazed.
22, el dorsal 11.
Madrid get themselves into the lead.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Simeone. He's had it taken off him. Tries to pass it through. Neymar going face-to-face with his great rival. And it's Sneijder. Still very early doors, but it is a closely Roberto Baggio! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Gets good distance on it.
Roberto Baggio really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
It's run loose here. It's gone for a throw-in. Koke. Simeone. Nicely weighted ball. Throw it. And it's Llorente. And he's had it nicked away. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. And here he's trying one! Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. Some good work on the right flank here. And here's Baggio. Showing great feet there. Bernardo Silva. And Bernardo Silva! He's got a goal! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. That really is quite fabulous, all his own doing.
Marcó en el minuto 40 el dorsal 23.
Madrid go 2 up and into a position of real strength.
The crowd are calling for this to be put to bed. There's little sympathy about.
Nicely intercepted. Koeman puts his foot on the gas.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
He is just caressing the ball. Turns and goes back. Mateus! Good first touch and almost as good a second.
That's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
Simeone.
Habrá 3 minutos de descuento.
Mateus. Can he get it through? It's Gonzalez. Oh, he's got a crucial block in there. Alvarez plays it short. Delivers. He gets big. Oh, it's gone in!
That can happen to anyone. It's truly unlucky for him, but it's just the way it is.
And that'll be the last act of the first half.
Look, the standout moment of the first half was obviously the own goal, but the current scoreline more than makes up for it.
Well, the players definitely know they're in a derby. More of the same to come after the break, you can be sure of that. Madrid hold a skinny lead after a thrilling half. Bring on the second half, it's 3-2. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. It's Snyder! Great build-up, it all deserved a better ending.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Get on the end of this. That is good alertness. Barrios. And here's Gonzalez. Gonzalez stood his ground strongly. And that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Super ball. he's managed to get himself offside. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Barrios. Passing is crisp and sharp. Genuine physical edge about this game. It is quite attritional. He's coming under serious pressure here.
Well, learning from your mistakes and not repeating them is never completely guaranteed, but that rear guard is more focused on him now.
Nice interception, well timed. It's not an especially good pass, that. Okay, nicely aimed pass. Now, can they get him away? Gonzalez. Looking to play him in. He can get that clear. Okay. Pablo Barrios, who's set up one goal so far. Looking for the run, and it's been played through. Thinks about the shot, and claimed it back swiftly. He's found a way through.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Rich Snyder. And it's Gerrard. Great vision. Simeone. Surlot. He's looking wide. That pass isn't the best. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Just about up to 75 minutes. Now it's Roberto Baggio. Oh, nice touch. Llorente did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. He is through here.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
No, he's seen through all of that. Well, momentarily the situation was perilous, but his Solid! All eyes on the referee. It's a penalty. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. And he has shown him a yellow card.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and
Se
do
va a producir
nothing
un
while
cambio
he
de
tried to
jugadores.
score. Obviously, he's
El
not going to
dorsal
allow that, Peter, is
19,
he?
el dorsal 20, el dorsal 23. Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 7, Griezmann, el dorsal 16, el dorsal 10. Cambio de jugadores.
Time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
Well, any penalty that finds the net is a good penalty, even if that didn't convince.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
This has become one superb game of football.
Well, at this stage, Peter, it's going to come down to how badly they want to win this.
Madrid do have a chance to counter here. Here's Solot. And he shoots! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Well, it's probably going to take something very special to beat him today.
Last-ditch defending, but that'll do.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Oh, good steal, he just read it. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. And here's Azar. Oh, it's Batistuta. Shot could be on. Goes for a shot! Oh, it's in! And that may just do it!
Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
Marcó en el minuto 90 el dorsal 15.
Madrid take what looks to be a decisive lead.
Habrá
Well, look,
4
Peter, I
minutos de
feel I've got to
descuento.
stress that there's still time for another, so we can't...
He's through and all alone! And a chance! A real chance and a real let-off.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Short changes him with that pass. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Confirmation that there will be 4 minutes stoppage time. Baina could try cutting inside here. It's a mighty effort! And that's caused a worry or two. That's that, the end. Well, that was good. A terrific advertisement for attacking football. Both sides glad to trade blows, to set out always only to win. And it came down to one decisive moment. The end of the game. Reflections?
That is a superb win. This is one of those games where the result justifies whatever means. Just look at the players celebrating with the fans. Everyone pumped. Takes me back.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you.
Recordamos a nuestros espectadores que los horarios de los próximos partidos se publicarán en la página web oficial del equipo en cuanto sean confirmados.
it.